it's BT with the BT Catalunya GP review. Let's get right to it. Moto3. You know, all those guys do questionable tactics. They really do. But there's something about Jeremy Acoba that makes me go, huh. Like, I like the guy, but he's like a Dennis the Menace, where everybody's, doing a little mischief. But something about Fangio, let's put it this way. I mean, not Fangio, but something about Jeremy Acoba that makes you go, Like I always say, Moto2 is like leaving like 5-year-olds in the China shop. And if that's the case, Alcoba's kind of the one that goes, oh, I wonder who bumped into that and dropped it on the floor. I wonder. And he'll push a kid into a table and a bowl drops. And they go, hey, you did that. And they go, but Jeremy pushed me. Jeremy's like, I didn't do nothing. That's what Jeremy Acoba's like. I didn't like what he did that last lap where he kind of looked back and he had the whole pack bunched up. Questionable tactics. I like the kid, but there's something about Jeremy Acoba. I like him, but that being said, rider of the race, I was going to say Pedro Acosta. Pedro Acosta started, 27th, 28th, and finished in 7th. Sergio Garcia started 19th and won the race. Listen, it's Pedro Acosta's to lose for right now. He has 121 points. He's looking great. He's consistent. But watch Sergio Garcia. No one's talking about him, and he's got 2 victories, and he's kind of like, he's kind of coming up, He's kind of like that kid, and he's a sophomore in high school. He's a nice looking kid, and he's on the basketball team, and he's like, he's averaging 10 points, and then in junior year he's averaging like 14 points, and he grew like 3 inches, and by the time he's a senior, he's like 6'9", 220, right, long flowing hair, averaging like 22 points a game. That's what Sergio Garcia is. He's slowly, methodically picking his way. Watch this kid, Sergio Garcia. Watch Sergio Garcia. Anyway, rider of the race goes to Sergio Garcia. Heartbreak goes to John McPhee. Here's McPhee, and I'm talking out of my ass here. Here's what I think. I think McPhee didn't really want to be in Moto3 this year. He was supposed to be in, he wanted to be in Moto2, didn't work out, so he's in Moto3. So I think mentally he didn't really want to be there, but he's there. And so now it's like, okay, now I got to win, and he's not winning, and it's like, but he was in a good position and he high-sided, and it was hard to watch, so hope he does better. But anyway, John McPhee, heartbreak. Let's go to Moto2. Moto2, let's just get right to it, Moto2. Moto2, rider of the race, Xavi Vierge. Xavi Vierge is another person who was picked to be that dude. Like, oh, that's going to be that dude. And he hadn't really materialized. And this race, he got a podium. Props to Xavi Vierge. And heartbreak goes to Fabio Di Giannantonio. You can't do that, man. Fabio Di Giannantonio is a weird one because he's always had all his promise, but he hasn't quite delivered. When he's on, he's on. He can remember that race this year he won by like about 3 or 4 seconds. When he's on, he's on. But when he's off, it's like, if he can string consistency, he'll be great. But he's going to Motogp next year, so how bad does he really, really want that Moto2 title? I mean, mentally, he might be already thinking GP, and that's a weird place to be mentally. You know what I mean? So anyway, Moto2, let me tell you, Moto2 is basically a 4-man race, basically a 3-man race. Let's be honest, it's a 2-man race between Remy Gardner and Raul Fernandez. Remy Gardner, he is racing like a man possessed. He's going to GP, but he's going to take care of business now. So I got to give Remy props. Raul Fernandez, same way. KT will be a fool to let him go. They got to make a place for him. I'm sorry, I love Petrucci, but Petrucci's got to go. Bring Raul Fernandez in. They can't let this kind of talent leave. My only problem with Raul Fernandez is we haven't seen him get dirty. Even in Moto3, if he got out to the lead, he's good. But in a pack, and when it's time to get the elbows out, is he that dirty? Can he fight dirty? That's why I want to see Raul Fernandez. I want to see Raul Fernandez get dirty. I want to see him throw some elbows at Remy. I want to see him like, oh shit, Raul getting dirty like that. That's what I want to see with Raul. Anyway, let's go to Motogp. GP was great. First of all, say what you want to say. I'll get to the penalties, but Fabio Quartararo riding basically with his shirt off. What? Bare-chested. What? I mean, listen, I like women like as much as anybody, but as much as any 14-year-old boy who's just seen his first Playboy, you're like, oh, those are titties. But Fabio with his shirt off, damn. I mean, I think Motogp viewership shot up, female viewership shot up like a rocket into space with Elon Musk on board with his goofy ass. Anyway, I think, tell me how cool that looked with his shirt off. I mean, honestly, I saw that coming. That was his fault, totally his fault. He didn't zip up. And during the course of the race, he's going 200 miles an hour. Eventually, it's going to, reveal itself. It's almost like a striptease. Like, every lap it goes down further and further. All of a sudden it's like, oh my God, my breasts are out. And that's what it was like, basically. Anyway, if I was a woman watching it, I'd be like, oh, girl, you got to turn to Motogp.com. Girl, why, girl? There's a French white boy on TV. Damn, got his shirt off and he's racing. Girl, you kidding? And she like, damn, that's a fine little French white boy right there. And they go to the race and go, hey, Fabio. And he's like, bonjour, comment allez-vous? And they go, damn, Fabio. And that's what it's like. It's little things like that, man. It gets viewers because people who are watching this, we're purists, okay? We love GP to the point of it's almost a detriment. To get more viewers, we had to have shit like that. Granted, that wasn't safe. If he would have crashed like that, oh my God, it would have skinned his nipples off. He would look really weird, trying to explain it to his future wife, like, where's your nipples? I had a race one time and my suit came. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, I thought that was pimp as shit. Anyway, it's hard for me to get off a motorcycle and have bugs in my helmet, much less bugs on your chest at 200 miles an hour with its chest showing. That is pimp as shit. I mean, you know what? Honestly, remember the old Fabio, the dude with the big nose and he did butter commercials here in the United States? Somehow you got to get those two together. Motogp calendar had Fabio sitting on his bike with his leathers open, showing his little 21-year-old bird chest with no hair on it. And be like, I'm Fabio and I race for Monster Energy Yamaha Super bike. No, Motogp bike. Honestly, whatever. You're missing a golden opportunity. That was great. He got penalized for it as well he should. Black flag, he should have. But let's be honest, that was kind of cool. I don't care what you say. I thought that was kind of cool as shit. Anyway, he should have got a black flag on that. He really should have. That was dangerous. And I'm with all the penalties he got. I really am. I'm with all the penalties he got. People say, well, he shouldn't have been. Yeah, he should have got penalized. It's like this. It's like there's a football player here in the United States one time. He was in a nightclub with a gun. His gun went off and shot him. Okay, he had to go to the hospital. And then they found out he had a gun in a nightclub, so he had to go to prison for having a gun on him. But he had already shot himself. But anyway, so that's what that's like, basically. Okay, but anyway, Fabio, I have him as my heartbreak. He was scheduled to win the race. It was all him. And like Nikki Hayden said, that's why we line up on Sundays, right? Because Miguel Oliveira, who is looking good right now with that new chassis. Miguel Oliveira with the new chassis, it's kind of like that girl that goes get some augmentation. And she comes back to school and you go, hey, Eva, how you doing? She's like, hi, boys. Notice anything different? Yeah, you got a new chassis. And that's what it's like. I mean, whatever KTM is always trying to win. And that new chassis, Miguel Oliveira, they are gelling. They really are. They look great. Brad Binder still hasn't really gotten it going like he should have. He signed that big, long contract. I kind of think they should have gave it to Oliveira. Oliveira's now he had 3 wins. He had 2. Brad Binder only had 1. So I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was a great race by Oliveira. Smart. He's so cerebral. Here's what I thought was funny. The little side notes, whatever, is that when Mark Marquez got the toe off of Jack Miller, how funny was that? And they were going, hey, pay me. Pay me. Somebody should have said, somebody should have told Maverick, that's how you do it, Maverick. Have fun with it. He should have said, hey, Mark, I'm a brand new daddy. Why don't you buy me some Pampers? The baby shits all the time. Why don't you buy me some diapers for the baby? That's what he should have done. Or Mark should have gave him some, bought him some diapers and say, hey, I need a tow. And bring like a forklift of diapers to his paddock. That'd have been perfect. Or some baby toys. You gotta bribe people instead of like Maverick going, Mark's trying to get a toe off me. I can't pass anybody in a group. I got a horrible start. Sometimes, man, you got to get in here. And Jack and Mark, that's the way you do it. I thought that was beautiful. Anyway, Jack Miller's looking good. Jack Miller's looking in championship shape, and the one no one's talking about. Johan Zarco right now is Johan Mir in the sense of he's consistent. But he's got to get that win. If he gets that win at the right time, because right now you're looking at 7 or 8 riders in GP who haven't shot at the championship. 7 or 8. Miguel Oliveira is kind of, but a couple of DNFs and if he goes on a win streak, say he gets 3 wins in a row and is consistent, he's in the race. But there's 7 or 8 guys right now who can win the championship. This is a great championship. But like I said, if Zarco pulls a mirror, podium, and gets a win at the right time, Ooh, why? And then he'll be back flipping his ass all the way on the top step of the podium. You just watch. I think GP is in a great position right now, and Mark is getting it because Mark said that was the 7 best laps he had all year long because he was old Mark Marquez. Hey, let's be honest. We are who we are, right? Remember that? I don't know if you guys remember the old speech by Denny Green. They are who we thought they were. And Mark Marquez is an aggressive rider. He's trying to be different. That's not who he is. Like he said, those 7 laps we saw Mark racing the GP we just saw, that's who Mark Marquez is. He's aggressive. And that race, even though he crashed out, I think he took solace in that, going, okay, that's who I am. I need to build on that. And if the arm continues to get stronger, ooh, to the end of the year, he might ruin somebody's championship run. So we'll see. Anyway, so Ride of the Race, MotoGP. Ride of the Race, MotoGP, Jorge Martin. Jorge Martin crashed on a sighting lap, came back, and he scored some points. That's tough mentally, man. I got to give to Jorge Martin his first race back from injury, and he scores points after wrecking a sighting lap. Damn. Also, heartbreak goes to Fabio. Fabio had that race, but still, he rode with his chest out. What? I mean, that's style right there. Say what you want. Yeah, you're right. He should have got a black flag. You're right. They should have got penalized, which he did. You're right. But damn, part of us was going, damn. And even me being heterosexual, I was going, damn. I remember I used to look like that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Leave comments or whatever, man. But thank you guys for watching. And tell me what you think of the GP. I thought the GP, I would have gave that GP a B+. The Moto 2 races, man. Moto 3 was great. Moto GP was great. So I gotta give it a B+. Moto 2 was the only one that was kind of Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again at the races. Until then, you know the word. Bye.